All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome to episode 3 of welcome to episode 3 of West Nale virus. Today, just the West, no Nale. Um, because we recorded what you see before you right here. Tier ranking of the quarterbacks for 2021. Recorded a tier ranking, and I recorded it to put it on YouTube, recorded it to Spotify, etc. And mine, the audio didn't work at all, and on his, my audio was completely blown out. So here we're gonna check together, see the right level. Okay, so that is the level I keep it. I don't know. I don't know what was going on earlier, but yeah, I had to completely scratch that recording. So sorry about that. Um, so Uh, anyways, here is actually here. Let me make sure that okay, it is recording my voice. Okay, so this is our QB ranking. Um, it's it's mostly on what we think they're going to be. And there is somewhat a little bit of past career. Um, Obviously Tom Brady. I think we are So I'm gonna go down the list. I'm gonna go down the list, and starting off at Tom Brady, their number one. Stuck him there because he won the Super Bowl. He's so good every year. I think he's got to be number one until until he proves us. Until he prove at this point, until he proves that he isn't number one anymore, he has to stay at number one. Patrick Mahomes, number one, for obvious reasons, or number two, I mean, for obvious reasons, because he's great. He did just lose in the Super Bowl as well, but no, he's young. He's still phenomenal. Next up, we got Josh Allen in Elite. That's our third. Um, I feel like that's pretty simple too. I mean, the guy's young. He's got great running legs. Got a great arm. Chucks it downfield. Oh, and that was something else that we mentioned was actually Caleb played Josh Allen basketball in high school, and Josh Allen was terrifying. Was so big. One of Caleb's teammates actually about 5 feet tall for like a layup. Josh Allen like windmill up in the air, windmill packed him. Like I thought he was just gonna take his head. Um, then you got Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, or we put him at number four because he's really great, but we think people might overrate him sometimes. Um, Obviously we think he's a but sometimes people will say the term Aaron Rodgers is the most talented quarterback ever. And while to a degree, um, I agree. I don't think okay, that's not true. I don't agree with that. I don't think he's the most talented quarterback. This is what we decided on. Okay, he is a very talented quarterback. To me, he has way more like natural talent than Tom Brady. Tom Brady just got to where he is, hard work and lots of hard. But I'm not saying Aaron Rodgers hasn't worked. He has, but yeah, no. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is amazing. We stuck him at number four. He's the bottom of elite. Um, Top of great, we got Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson obviously got to be in great. We didn't think he still has a little bit of work to get. Um, but uh, but yeah, he's top of great, top of great. All the jokes about the running back thing, like sure, but all those aside, I would legitimately start him at. I already Um, Russell Wilson, our next great. So, 6. Sorry, went the other way. We got Russell Wilson. Um, Russell Wilson is, some of the stuff the guy has done on a mediocre Seahawks team. Like, he won the Super Bowl, right? And the Seahawks were good then. But he won the Super Bowl, then he lost in the Super Bowl. He threw that pick with Malcolm Butler. Obviously, he threw the pick, but like they shouldn't have thrown. But yeah, I mean Russell Wilson's just amazing. You watch some of his. I mean, what are you gonna do about it? You got Deshaun Watson saying, "Okay, I'm Watson. We're negating all the stuff that's going on, saying, okay, if he quitted of that and that actually never happened, going off. It'd be too complicated otherwise. Excuse me. I'm tired now because I have to record late. Yeah, all our stuff got messed up. But yeah, I mean, seen him, you know him, right? Next we have Matt Stafford, and Matt Stafford and Derek Carr were actually points of contention for Caleb and I. I'm a Georgia boy, Fresno State boy, and so obviously maybe this is a little biased, but I do like Derek Carr, and he does like Matt Stafford, but he wanted to put Matt Stafford below Dak, and I wanted to put Derek Carr below Dak. But we agreed to just move them both above Dak and put. He said we could put Stafford over Carr, but he wants Derek Carr to know that you're his number. Anyways, Matt Stafford is our next one at number. And we're in the great tier. I think that was established with for all the podcast or Spotify listeners. But yeah, no, Matt Stafford is really amazing. Done amazing things. Since he was in the league, he's had some of the best stats of a quarterback, despite playing not even mediocre, just a bad line. Had Calvin Johnson on for a little while, but still, he's done really, really well, and he's a good quarterback. And he just got traded to. That's where he gets in the John McVay and the Rams. Got some good. I think he could accomplish a lot. So we'll see with Matt Stafford and Derek Carr. The other argument was Carr, which I do totally agree with this. Caleb's argument. Carr was that he has been playing with a bad or okay offensive line. Did have a okay offensive line. Never had great weapons. Obviously, he had Amari Cooper for a while, but Amari Cooper, during the time he was at the Raiders, was number 1 in the league drops. And so yeah, Derek Carr sitting right there. I think he could accomplish a lot more on a better, given weapons and a good offensive line. Could be amazing. He could maybe even be elite. We just have to see. But yeah, we go yet with Stafford or Carr, so Prescott. We both really like Prescott, and as I mentioned, I would have put Prescott over Carr. He would have put Prescott over Stafford. And let us know what you think about that whole situation. I would love to hear your thoughts on it. Yeah, just let us know on the whole ranking. But anyways, Dak Prescott, he's great. He couldn't go any lower. Didn't want to put him at elite because of his and a lot of factors there. So I don't. Cowboy. That's a self. Kidding. Just kidding. Everyone likes to flame the Cowboys. Sorry, Cowboys fans. Next up, Baker Mayfield, quarterback for the Browns. We had stuck him at great. Caleb likes Baker more than I do, but I do like Baker a lot. I think he's a great quarterback, and another year of improvement. I could see Baker jumping to elite. Caleb. Now next up we have Kyler Murray. Caleb had wanted to put Kyler Murray starter with the condition of would happily bump him up to elite more year. Doesn't know if thinks Kyler Murray's. I wanted to put him at great, and I was back and forth, I think, on Baker Mayfield and Kyler Murray. But I do think, looking at it now, that we got the right order here. But Kyler Murray's also amazing, fast. He's quick. He's fun to watch play. Next up, we got Justin Herbert in great, and that's awesome because Justin Herbert is, and Caleb and I were actually both pretty down on college. For Caleb, admittedly, it was a little bit because he's from Oregon, and big rivalry there. Fresno State and Stanford. Yeah, but I mean, coming out of college, both kind of down on him. For me, call. Caleb, there's a bias. So that looks worse on me, but with that being said, yeah, no, bad call, and I'll be the first one to tell you, man. Definitely turned it around. We stuck him in great because I didn't think we did not put him in great. He just went offensive. He's doing really well. Excited to watch. Then we have Matt Ryan, and I'm sure a lot of people this, but the thing is, so here's my thing. As a Falcons, I wouldn't say I'm hardcore time life, but as a Falcons fan, being from Georgia, watching Matt Ryan play, his floor this year, and see, that was the thing. We're going a little bit off of year past, obviously, have to, but most of this is what we think. And we think Matt Ryan will pretty darn good quarterback, but I think his floor is cut. I think his floor is he just there's his just I think that's his floor. I think that's a really 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 unlikely, but that is his getting to the he's old enough that definitely decline. We stuck him in great because he has been consistent quarterback. Stuck him in great. Next up, we got Ryan Tannehill. Obviously. Next up, we have Fitzmagic. If bro, you can't put Fitzmagic. I mean, seriously, he is great at times. He is amazing at times. He has games where he is top of elite. But, then he also has games where it's, well, if you played like that every game, wouldn't get picked up by anyone. So he's up and down, but we stuck him in great because he just has so much experience. I don't know. We just love him. That one might be a little, but Kirk Cousins up next, top of starter tier. So we got Kirk Cousins at the top of starter. We think he is definitely a solid quarterback. He's borderline great. If he has another year like last year, then I think stupid not to stick him in great. Um, but I think for now he has to stay because you're up till also another guy this theoretically could challenge him. Unlikely, I think, but it's possible. Crazier things have happened. Next up we have Joe Burrow. Caleb wanted to put him in great, and I understand why, but my argument was let's put him top of starter tier later. But I said let's put him at top of starter tier. Definitely really good, but we've only had about half a season watching him, so there's no telling what happens. You know, address their issues, but there is some question as to how well they address their issues. So we'll see. But we really want Joe Burrow to be great because the guy is just fun to watch play. But yeah, no, we stuck him in top of starter, put him in great. We both agree that one more year of I think if he has like a Patrick Mahomes first year comes out like that, like just destroys everybody, I wouldn't putting him. Jameis Winston is our next starter. We have Jameis Winston up. First of all, the guy's no longer blind. So he had LASIK eye surgery, longer blind, big positive. I don't know what else to say about Jameis. Obviously, he struggled on the Bucks, but yeah, he's just good now, man. I think he has. I shouldn't say he's just good. He has looked good in the little bit that he has got chance to, and I definitely think he. Next up, we got Jared Goff, and this might be a little controversial. I'm not sure, but we stuck Jared Goff there because we both think he's pretty overrated. We think he was a product of the offense that he was in a little bit. They helped him a lot, and obviously every quarterback's a little bit of a product of the offense they were in. But what we're saying is this year with the Lions, we don't think not that most quarterbacks would be that good with the Lions, but it is what it is. And next up we have Jimmy G. And I believe Caleb wanted to put him in. Caleb wanted to put him in great. He was one of the first ones we ranked. I didn't want to put him in. Had we put him in great, I think there would have been more. But yeah, no, we got Jimmy G in starter tier. Middle to top star. So the reason I wanted Jimmy starter tier is I think he's very prone enough to make it a work enough that you got to say, well, I don't know. Would I want him as my starter? I don't know. He's scary to play. Next up, we got Big Ben Roethlisberger. Caleb also originally wanted to put him bottom of great, but I wanted to put him in starter because kind of old, played in a while. I don't think so. That's where we put Big Ben. And yeah. Next up, we got Trevor Lawrence. So we were not allowing ourselves to put the rookies don't know. There's one rookie and don't know. Trevor Lawrence, we put him in starter, right below Big Ben. That's just because we're really excited for him. Definitely been hyped up to be the number one quarterback coming out of the draft this year. I think he very well could. So we stuck him in starter. It'll be fun to watch him play, but this is something I did make a point of. Coming up in a few picks is good old Gardner Minshew, who I'm sure everyone's seen by now, but he said something about I'm not taking crap till the end of camp because two is not. I'm not taking a crap until I win the two is not something like. But that's just quite the quote. And Caleb and I both really like Gardner Minshew. We stuck him below Trevor Lawrence. Obviously, it's hard to know about that. Bust, see, but I don't think he will be. I'm a big fan of Trevor Lawrence. Want to see him do well. So that's where we stuck him. Next up, we got Alex Smith, who this is what I said. Okay, I said I personally, if you gave me Alex Smith on my team, I would cut him and then hire him as my quarterbacks coach. The guy was a starter in front of Patrick Mahomes for 1 year, and then freak of nature came out in Patrick for Mahomes. The guy's amazing. For Alex Smith, some hand. But Caleb talked me off that cliff, and we decided that belonged in. We originally had him pretty near top of starter because if you gave me Alex Smith and Trevor Lawrence or Justin Fields or Joe Burrow, I would bench all of those guys. Start Alex Smith and let them learn from Alex Smith. Or starting them, start them, polish them. That's what. But we decided since, these other guys are probably better quarterbacks. Next up we got Carson Wentz, who obviously did an amazing thing, getting rookie season amazing. Then he got injured and right before the playoffs. Moved to a new team. And we both are kind of we think the same way about Carson Wentz. We're hesitant to be excited because he hasn't played that well. So we'll see. But hopefully he does well, and the Colts do well. Next up we got Gardner Minshew. I already told you what I think about him. I love him, so we stuck him up here in starter. I'm hoping he gets traded quarterback. There, I don't know anywhere other than. But yeah, no. Rather Gardner Minshew. A lot of the guys. All the guys. Next up we got Daniel Dimes. Daniel Jones, Danny Dimes. Anyways, yeah. So Daniel Jones, Caleb wanted him higher. I wanted him. Caleb's a big, big Daniel Jones fan. Loves him. Thinks he's going to be a lot more hesitant about the guy. Um, I actually would have put Caleb wanted to, so we compromised in the middle of starter. Next up we got Nick Foles. We both decided that he can't put him too low. You know, he won a Super Bowl. What he did that year was put him too low, but he hasn't proven anything. Another year that we got Andy Dalton, who was a year-to-year starter on the Bengals a long time. Never did anything, but the Bengals weren't good, and he did pretty good with the Cowboys past year. After, yeah, we stuck him. We stuck him. Whew. All right, lower middle starter. Next up, we got Jalen Hurts. We are both super excited to watch play. Put him here, but kind of bottom-ish of starter, because we both think he could be really good, but we're not sure yet. Really, really. Next up, we got Tyrod Taylor. The poor guy has been pushed out of every job he's ever got by a young, great quarterback. I mean, he got injured, and then Baker Mayfield went to the Chargers, and Justin Herbert got. Now he's on Texans. So now Davis Mills, but lower on this list somewhere. Probably gonna. But anyways, there you go. Next up we got Teddy Bridgewater. Also we put starter. Been good, but he wasn't that good when he starting job. I definitely think he's good enough to be a starter. And not in farther to the Sam Darnold, we both think has a lot of potential. Don't necessarily bad, but as we said, we think he's a lot of potential here specifically, but he just hasn't done it on the Jets. But you know, dang. Sorry. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be a Jets fan right now. You guys got your. Oh. Oh, you guys can turn. Next up we got Tyler Heineke. Good old Heineke. If anybody watched him play in the playoffs past season, had to be impressed. I hard out really well, and I would love to see him play some more. Put him near the bottom of stuff. Then we got Trey Lance and Justin Fields. You got Trey Lance, then Justin Fields specifically. We think Justin Fields is really, really good, and he could be really good for the Bears. In fact, we think he probably will be, and he probably deserves a starter spot. So he stuck him at starter. And right above him, we put Trey Lance, because we think he will do well on the. In fact, we are not sure that he's not going to take the job from Jimmy Garoppolo. We're not sure that he will. I think either way, though, the point was he's been brought in to be. Now, very top of backup tier, Duck Taysom Hill, and Caleb wanted to put him in starter, which I want to agree with. Wanted. But the guy's just at everything. Plays everything. honestly, he plays everything but quarterback. And Caleb's reasoning was, just so good at everything. I would love to have him on my team so much, pick him in starter. And I understand that. My argument was, if you gave me him and another quarterback, I would not start him. I would, you know, he would be my favorite backup ever, though. I mean, I wouldn't want him to be my starting quarterback. If I were the New Orleans Saints, I would start Jameis Winston and try to keep. Um, but I mean, the guy's just amazing. I don't think I don't think he's necessarily as good of a quarterback though as running back, tight end. Punt, kick, team, kick return, whatever. All he's played, probably played. I don't know. I really don't know. He played. The guy's so fun to watch play. Plays every position on the field. Next up we got Marcus Mariota, probably the best. From just a quarterback perspective, probably the best. We think he's in a great spot for himself. Like Raiders backup, fair place for him. Kobe Brissett, he's been really good at times. Other times I'm starter players of the year, but he's good. Next we got Kellen Mond. He could take the job. Cousins, theoretically, you don't think he will. Risk taker, he's got a great arm, but he is a rookie, so you never know with them. Doubt he'll take Kirk Cousins' job, but there's always that possibility. He was pretty good at Texas A&M. We enjoyed watching near the top of backup. That Mac Jones didn't want to put him any higher than the lack of work that we've seen. Everyone is saying he's going to be good, which is this when people. But he's definitely a high backup. He's really good. Next up, we have Nick Mullins. In the very beginning, I was thinking too highly of Nick. I'd stuck him in starter, popped him down. And it's a really good backup. Good backup. Then we have Zach Wilson. Love Zach Wilson. I think he could be really good, but probably not on the Jets. So. Fine. And next up we got Chad Henne. Chad Henne. Caleb saying it Henne. Chad Henne. He was good. He came in for Patrick. He's good. Not much else to say about that. He's solid backup. Wouldn't mind. Tua, we put him in backup because he just anything to prove he did. We want him to do really well. Both of us really like him, but we're not sure that he deserves a starting spot. Next, we got Mitch Trubisky. He has been in the league for too long to have done nothing. Hasn't been. But we think he's, better than most of the guys. We got Cam Newton, who was obviously a great quarterback at the very beginning of his career, and then he's just fallen off, and now we don't even know if he. You never know if anybody's gonna. But yeah, no, it's just good old Cammy boy. So now we got Cam Newton there. Next up we got Mason Rudolph, who we think is a solid backup. Stuck him there because really strong of an opinion way. But we didn't think he was better than Cam Newton. Matt Schaub. He's a really good backup. Definitely a good backup. They deserve higher backup, but that's where we put. Trace McSorley. Good old Trace. Got a whole song about him. The guy's got guts. He loves fun. It's fun to watch play. Fun to watch play. That's where he ended up. Just, Caleb thought I would have put him a little higher. Caleb thought he takes too many risks. He doesn't. He's maybe not as accurate, not as polished. Next up, we got Danucci, and this was Caleb's choice completely. I don't know anything about Danucci. No. Drew Lock is next. He's got the potential to be a good, but so we didn't want to put him any higher than this. I would have stuck him above Danucci. Lock hasn't. In fact, in hindsight, I probably would have bumped him up above me. But next we got Kyle Trask. Who wouldn't want to be in the position sitting behind Tom? Got potential to be the best quarterback long term if he learns. Next up, we got CJ Beathard. He's been good before. He's been bad before, probably. I don't really know. Obviously, not good enough to be a starter because he's never done it. Been a starter, he's never won the job, but definitely not. He's definitely not bad. Not a bad backup. Jarrett Stidham, pretty much the same thing, honestly, for him as Beathard. Been on the Patriots for a while, but I wouldn't mind him. Then we have the guy out of Stanford, Davis Mills. Davis Mills, good old Davis Mills. He might end up being the Texans' starting quarterback. I mean, you got Tyrod Taylor in front of him, Sean Watson, and if Tyrod Taylor's in front of him, that means Davis Mills or Tyrod Taylor. But we wanted to put him bottom of backup because there's just not enough. Tricky. No. Out. Same with Sam Buscemi, I believe is how you say his name. Same with him. We don't really know a whole lot about him, but yeah, did okay. College. Caleb watched more of him than in college. I mean, he did well in college, but we don't think he deserves to be. I wanted to put Ellinger below Buscemi. But yeah, no. Caleb really likes Ellinger. He thinks he's a great kid who work really hard and he'll get to something. Maybe he will. More power to him if he does. Yeah, I'll be happy. Then we have Ian Book, good athlete. Stuck him in backup and not. Good athlete, but he didn't impress. Next up, we have Blaine Gabbert. We cut him. Simple enough. And in the league. Lost his job. So there you go. Then I think that guy's name is like Leighton something. I don't know. He's been in the league for forever. I can't remember his name right now, but he's not good. This next guy, we got into an argument over who this was. because not Nick Foles, Joe Flacco is currently number 7 on the Eagles, I believe. But he's represented here by this number 5 on the Jets, also in the second. This guy, don't remember his name. Cut him. This is RG3 right here. This boy, RG3. We cut him. He hasn't been that good as a quarterback for sure. If you're going to stick him in as anything, he'd be a running back. But he's not been very good as a quarterback in recent years. And I just don't. Next up, we have somebody, Mike Glennon. He didn't impress us. But did enough to get cut. Next up, we have Colt McCoy, cut. Jake Luton, cut. Joe Flacco, cut. You're too. No, you won. I know you won the Super Bowl and all that, but it's time for his career to be over. Next up, we have. Not sure who that could be. I don't know who that is. Gotta be honest. Cut him. I think that's Geno Smith. Cut him. Dwayne Haskins. Cut him. We decided that when you have the same team, and then Tyler Heineke comes in and how he did playoffs, that's pretty embarrassing. But I think it'll be interesting to see. I hope he can. I hope that for everybody. Oh, but next up, we got Felipe Franks. He didn't impress me. You know, we'll just have to see. He's on Atlanta for anyone who doesn't know, but yeah, we cut Felipe. Next up, Jamie Newman. This is an interesting case. Came to Georgia. I'm a fan of, but he never played, and we stuck him in cut because he's already been cut. The Eagles waived him off their roster, so he's currently not on the team. Yeah, we just went with the people. Next up, we got a bunch of people that I don't know. I know that second one is Brett Ripien. This guy is like something. I think that guy's name might be Clay. Guy from Cut that I can't remember. Plays for the Cowboys. I think that's correct. Anyways, this Bengals guy, don't know. Next up, we got Ripien. Next up, we got some guy for the Cardinals that I don't know. Got some guy on the Chargers. That guy, Redskins, can't remember. Somewhere in here, there's a Nate Sudfeld and like a Stick. Though one of them might be in. Jordan Love. Then you got him. All these guys are in. And then this guy. We don't know who this guy is. We looked for 30 minutes for. He's a rookie. We think he's out of Central Michigan. Thought we found him, but we're not sure. And if we did find him, he's not on the team. But if we didn't, who knows? Maybe he is on a team. For all I know, he could be starting on the Patriots. I would never know the guy's name. Anyway, that is our tier ranking. That is also our reasoning behind our tiers. But just about shed a few tears when I lost that audio file earlier. But but yeah, nope, there you go. Big long tier list. Our next tier list probably won't be. And there you go. There you have it. Let us know what you think about it. Want to let us know, you can email us at at westnalevirus@gmail.com. And message us on Instagram at westnalevirus, TikTok, virus. Comment on our videos, comment on our posts, comment on our YouTube. Follow us on Spotify, Anchor, subscribe, whatever. Leave comments. Let us know. Let us know what you think. And we are so happy to be on this journey. All of our loyal and devout fans.